Alright. Y'all are just going to deal with this for a second.
2,000 years later.
Alright, I hope to God I'm in frame. Maybe not, maybe. Can y'all see me? I don't know, editor, you're just gonna have to put me in frame somewhere, I don't know. Yeah. Let's hope I'm in frame. I think I had to take it off because it wouldn't let me click it. Anyway, let's pray to God I'm in frame. Anyway, hey guys, my name is Charles Ryan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm leaving in that first part, but if we do, sorry for the technical difficulties, get over it. It's just, that's life, that's how it works. It's been difficult, and if you hear a shower going on in the background, that's because someone's in the shower. So we have a lot going on around me right now, so let's just try to tune it out. Bear with me. I don't know what else to tell y'all, but I really hope I'm in frame. I really do, because it would be a damn shame if I wasn't. So anyway, today's video is going to be about my thoughts and theories for Scream 7. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump into it, and yes, there are spoilers ahead. Disclaimer, if you've never watched the Scream franchise, please go watch it. They're all over on Paramount Plus, or if you're just lazy and don't want to rewatch all of them, just go watch summaries of them. So I'm gonna be working my way through I'm gonna be naming all the killers from beginning to end, and then we're gonna be talking about my thoughts and theories and analyzing what we've seen from the Scream 7 trailer and what I think is going to happen and what I want to see and what I don't want to see. I'm just going to start off by naming all the killers from the very beginning to the most recent killers in the Scream franchise. So we're just going to get into it, and then I'm going to analyze and tell what I want to see, what I don't want to see, all that stuff, my thoughts, theories, opinions, all that good stuff. So starting with the original Scream movie, of course, starring Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott. She is the original survivor girl in that one and is in the new one. The first killers from the first one was Billy Loomis and Stu Macher. I don't know, my editor might throw up some photos of them or a video, I don't know. Sorry, my throat's all blech. And then in the second film, where Sidney goes to college, the killers in that one are Nancy Loomis and Nikki. God, what is his last name? Nikki. No, I don't remember. I'm sure my editor will throw up the name there. And then in the third film with the cast of Stab 3, because within the Scream universe is a film franchise called Stab that is based off of the book, The Woodsboro Murders, written by Gail Weathers. Sounds like a meteorologist, if I'm being honest. So in Scream 3, there was only one killer, Roman Bridger, and I'll tell you all my theories about that later. But kudos to him for being one killer. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. And then in Scream 4 was Jill Roberts and Charlie Walker. That was the film where Sidney had written a book called Out of Darkness, about her being a survivor and her finally choosing to live again. She was on her book tour. She came back to Woodsboro for the last one, and her cousin and her wannabe co-person helped her commit the murders, so she could become Sidney. Yeah, she was demented, if I might say. And then in the fifth one, here's the thing. My unpopular opinion, I didn't care for the fifth one because they killed off Dewey out of some fit for nostalgia. I hated it. I hated it, and the way they killed him was just not a good way they killed him. It wasn't a good way to go. I think they really did his character dirty with that one. Anyway, but the killers from that one were Richie Kirsch and Amber Reed, I hope. I don't know. I don't know her last name. And then in the sixth one was, what's it called? God, there's 3 killers in the sixth one, and I'm trying to remember all their names. The cop, what was his name? I'm I'm gonna get jagged for that so badly because I can't remember. Because that's the first time we ever saw 3 killers. Oh, it was Richie's family. It was his brother, his sister, and his dad that wanted revenge on Sam and Tara. I can't remember what the dad's name is. I just know he was the police officer. God, I just watched this the other day. You'd think I'd remember their names. And then the brother was what was the brother's name? I'm trying to remember. Ethan, maybe? Ethan Landry was the brother's name, and the sister was, oh my god, what was her name? Quinn. Yeah, Quinn and Ethan. That was the brother and sister of Richie Kirsch. So, yeah. Quinn and Ethan, and then their dad, I don't remember the dad, but kudos to him for getting his 2 kids and coaching his 2 kids on how to kill people so he could avenge his son. Anyway, yeah, that was very, I don't know. It was a really good one. I liked the 6th one way better than the 5th. The 5th was just really, I didn't like it. Like, I like the whole, Billy Loomis's daughter storyline, which I hate that they're still not involving those girls because of what happened and that they left the franchise. It's just a sad ordeal. But aside from that, in the new Scream 7, which coincidentally will be out on my birthday, February 27th. And I will be 22. Let's not go there. Anyway, so what I think, if you go and watch the trailer, Sydney, what we know from the trailer and just from people talking and from interviews is that Sydney has a daughter named Tatum. If you know the name Tatum, that is because it is from the original first film where Sydney's best friend was named Tatum, played by Rose McGowan. She is an awesome actress. I'm so glad. I hate that she didn't ever make it into a sequel. Like, her character was so good, but her kill scene, chef's kiss. It was a great scene. It was one of the best kill scenes in the Scream franchise, in my opinion. But I'm glad that they gave her character like a namesake and like still like involved her. I like that a lot. That was really cool to see her have a daughter named Tatum. From what I hear, she looks just like the original Tatum, so that's awesome. Editor, throw in the part where she says, "No, not me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel." I love that.
Oh, you want to play psycho killer? Can I be the helpless victim? Okay, let's see. No, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
That scene. If you must know, that is her kill scene, sadly. But they did her kill scene so well. Anyway, but that's, what's it called? Sydney's daughter. That's her namesake. And then we also know that Stu Macher is coming back to, the Scream franchise. And what I think, because I always said, everyone thought I was crazy when I said Stu didn't die, because Sydney threw the TV on his face and they're like, how could he not have died? I was like, he didn't get shot in the head. That's one of the original rules, like in the Scream franchise. They have to be shot in the head. He was never shot in the head, ever. So theoretically, he technically couldn't have been dead. So I think he's coming as like revenge, but I think he's coaching a new killer. I think there's probably going to be 3 killers this time, like in Scream 7. I don't know why. I just think there might be, just by the layout of the trailer. And so we also see Tatum. We know Stu's coming back, but we've also heard and seen that the one that played Roman Bridger in Scream 3 is coming back to the franchise. And what I think is going to happen, and that me and my little brother have theorized about, is that Sydney is going to be hallucinating Roman. Kind of like how Samantha hallucinated Billy. Kind of feeding on like that psychopathic tendency and having to like give in to that part of themselves to protect themselves and those around them. Because this time around, it's not just Sydney being a survivor girl and surviving to the end and killing the killer. No, the killer is not coming to just kill her this time. He is coming back, or they, or she, or whoever it is coming back to kill and everyone around her, to make her suffer, to make her daughter, who was the same age she was when it all started, to make her suffer. So Anyway, so Roman's coming. I think Roman will be back in like that type of manner where Sydney's going to hallucinate him, just like Samantha did Billy. And we know from what I've been told, because I can't see what's in the trailer. So Sydney has a small town life. She finally was trying to get away from all of it. She had a small town life, a husband, a kid, you know, just living in the shadows, not being out there, not putting nothing out there, just her, herself, her family, and her kid. And so we finally see, well, I'm trying to remember. So we see Sydney finally get the life she always wanted. But that, of course, never lasts long with her. And even in the trailer, when she gets the first phone call, she's just very calm and nonchalant about it. But it's when her daughter gets captured by the killer that she finally snaps. So we know why Roman's there, but some theories I have is that in Scream 3, go back and watch it, there's no way Roman could have done all that by himself. Just the way the kills and calls are set up, and from what I've heard, they were actually trying to set up the character on there named Angelina, who was playing Sydney in the Stab franchise, was originally supposed to be the second killer. But if you saw in Scream 3, they actually killed her off. But some of the theories are is that she faked her death. It wouldn't be the first time a Ghostface has done that. So everyone thinks maybe it's Angelina that's going to be one of the killers. Because I think there's probably going to be 3 this time around. You got to outdo... I don't know. I'm going by so many different things. So I think she might be one of the killers. Maybe. But that's a big if. Yeah, that's a big if. So definitely don't know about that one, but I do think there was a second killer in Scream 3 because Roman couldn't have done all that by himself. And once again, something me and my brother have theorized about is that maybe Roman has a son. Maybe he had a child around that time that he never told anyone about. And so maybe once again, out of a fit of rage to... maybe he found out his father was Roman, that Roman tried to kill Sydney. Sydney was really his sister. So maybe he had a kid that's coming back and working with Stu to kill Sydney and not just to kill Sydney, but to make her suffer and strip her of the life she worked for. That's what I personally think. Probably a long shot. We don't know. What else do I think? Okay, so here are the original... Let's go by some of the... Let's go down the original rules, Randy's rules of the original Scream franchise on how to survive a horror movie. First one, you don't have sex. You don't have sex, and you don't do drugs. Those are the things that'll get you killed. Because in Randy's words, virgins always survive to the end. They're always the Scream Queen. So, no sex, no drugs, no alcohol. So no drinking, no drugs, no none of that. And then, what were the other rules? Never say I'll be right back, because you won't be right back. So those are the rules of the original. I may be missing 1 or 2 rules from the first one. I am glad that we're being given a new generation, Sydney's daughter, and of course Sydney's a badass in this. She's fighting, she has guns, she shows her daughter how to fight. Like, yeah, she's a badass. I love it. And I love the part in the trailer where she tells Tatum where to shoot in the wall, where Ghostface is standing. And then, I don't know. I'm glad. I want to see I think Mindy and Chad are going to be in this. I don't want to see Mindy die. If one of the twins has to die... Sorry, that's one of our cats outside. Anyway, so if one of the twins has to die, I would rather it be Chad. God forgive me, I would rather it be Chad. Because everyone says he's like the new Dewey. I'm sorry, Dewey can't be replaced. So I'd rather him go rather than Mindy. Because as we know, Randy did not get his... he just didn't get what he should have got. So I would rather Mindy survive and Chad, you don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to go. Now that I know I can actually... I actually like theaters now because I actually recently went to a movie called Send Help. That was a sick movie, by the way, but had a really good moral ending. No one's going to send help, so you might as well save yourself. So I can't wait to see Scream 7 in theaters on February the 27th. That's going to be awesome. So those are just some of my thoughts, theories, and opinions on what's going to be shown in Scream 7, all that good stuff. And as always, stay smart, stay wicked, stay alive, and I will see all you hoes next time. God damn, I really hope I stayed in frame.